Outlaw Baseball is live on the radio at KNYN and online at mylocalradio.com. It's another season of Wyoming AA Legion Baseball. Follow the American Legion Post 41 Evanston Outlaws throughout the summer months as we bring you live video and play-by-play coverage. Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, mylocalradio.com, Best Western Dunmore Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Sign, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Seavers Jewelers, Ellingford Brothers, Bear River Dental, The Lumberyard, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Mountain West Business Solutions, Plains Tire, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Uinta County School District No. 1, T-Bar S Body Shop, Dr. McKay Frankham DDS, Evanston Regional Hospital, Flex Fitness, Kazines, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Superior Rental, and the Gun Room. With first pitch quickly approaching, let's head to the booth.
Welcome to Veterans Park here in Cedar City, Utah for the final day of the Summer Slam tournament in mid-July. A hot one in southern Utah again today. A little bit of a breeze, a little bit of cloud cover. Got some rain yesterday late in the contest just as we were closing up shop, but it was all good. No delay of the games. Everything went off as scheduled, and it actually cooled things down a little bit later in the afternoon. Wouldn't mind a little bit of showers here, maybe in the third, fourth inning, just some sprinkles to get it out from the 90s, maybe down to the 80s. But one way or another, the Evanston Outlaws are set to do battle against Ridgeline. Coming up in about 10 minutes from now, we've got a couple of starters on the mound that we'll take a look at when we return, headlined by the Evanston Outlaws' own Seth Lloyd. I'm Jake Gibbard on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com for the final day at the Cedar City Summer Slam on mylocalradio.com.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
Put on a show, so if you need a demonstration, I apologize if I kept you waiting. Have to make a statement.
Seth Lloyd going on the mound for the Evanston Outlaws today against Tanner Bernhardt of Ridgeline. We have the Riverhawks logo up there as we take a look out on the field, but they're not the Riverhawks in the summertime, although it is the high school program. In the springtime, they're the Riverhawks, and in the summertime, they switch their name to the Mavericks. So just a matter of fact that you find out when you get to the field. Outside of that, it's the Ridgeline Riverhawks program. That's out of Millville, Utah, in the Cache County area, out just side of Logan. For Evanston, of course, your Outlaws, you know right where they are, in the southwest corner of Wyoming. And let's take a look at their starter on the mound today, Seth Lloyd. He is tied for second on the team in innings pitched coming into today's game with Jagger Mitchell. Both of those pitchers have 43 1/3 innings. Seth Lloyd threw just 12 starts, though, and Jagger Mitchell through 12 games pitched. Jagger Mitchell threw 17. Seth is more of a starter, where Jagger has gotten a few more relief appearances throughout the season. 8 starts for Seth Lloyd, a 5-3 record, 1 save and 1 opportunity. He's allowed 45 hits and 35 runs, 17 of which have been earned. So overall, when you look at that ERA, it's been pretty good for Seth Lloyd, sitting at 2.746. That is good for best on the Evanston Outlaws team this season. He's walked 28 and struck out 33 and hit 10 batsmen. His whip stands at 1.685. The starting lineup in the batting order as the Evanston Outlaws are the away team today goes as follows. Reed Gross first, followed by Jagger Mitchell. Seth Lloyd in the 3 spot. Ryan Fisher in the cleanup. Gus Allred 5th. At the 6, 7, 8, it's Chris Perriman, Brendan Thompson, and Jordan Schneider. And in the 9, it's Casey Perriman. We'll take a look at the Ridgeline starters out on the field when we return on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
There's an easy way to get a 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Log on to the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and click on the Flex Fitness logo. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness in Evanston. When you click on the Flex Fitness logo displayed on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com, we'll give you a 10-day free pass to work out here at Flex Fitness. Log on right now and get your 10-day free pass to Flex Fitness. Click on Flex Fitness on the Evanston sports pages at mylocalradio.com and come check us out.
Stepping, grooving while I'm feeling buzz. And I ain't drunk, these my moves, this is what I does. It's we clubbing and we buzzing. Yeah, so we gon' get it into the night.
Waiting for teams to take the field, and there is no Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard today. No one running the scoreboard, so the tally will have to be kept in, well, audio-wise by me giving it to you when we get those opportunities. As we look at the Ridgeline Riverhawks, they will be taking the field led by Tanner Bernhardt at the pitching mound, and behind the plate it's Talon Takis at catcher. First base is Drew Jensen. Second base, Brandon Cook. Jackson Hollinsworth is at shortstop. And at third base, it is Jake Astle. Left field is Andrew Hughey. Cam Wally in center. And at right field, Caden Miller. Ridgeline taking the field, and we are shortly approaching the first pitch. Evanston is 1-2 in this tournament, and this is their final game. It's the seeded game in the 2:30 slotting, so they are done after this, as is Ridgeline. For the Evanston pool, it was pool number 2, and it was won by Fremont. They went undefeated through after defeating Evanston and North Sevier yesterday. They finished off the day with a win over Canyon View, and they just beat North Sevier earlier this morning. I was at that game. So Canyon View finishes second, Evanston in third place. And in fourth, North Sevier. Evanston started off the tournament with a 9-6 loss to Canyon View, a game that really got away from them. And they got 14 hits in the game to just 7 of Canyon View's. Now the difference is Evanston left 11 men on base, and they walked 8 Canyon View Falcons and hit 2 more. That was a big difference in the game, and that's really what it came down to. A few errors between the two teams was it. It wasn't like it was an error-ridden game or anything like that, just one per team. But in the end, too many men left on for Evanston and too many walks given up by the Evanston pitching staff spelled doom for the Outlaws. They then followed that up with a 12-1 loss to Fremont, where they were allowed just 2 hits, a triple by Jagger Mitchell and a single by Seth Lloyd. 1 walk by Ryan Fisher and 1 walk by Chris Perriman was it for 4 base runners in all for the Evanston Outlaws as they fell. The lone base scorer, or the lone man to score for the Evanston Outlaws, was Jagger Mitchell after that triple. Conversely, for Fremont, they got 13 hits in that game, 12 runs scored, and helped along by 3 defensive errors by the Evanston Outlaws. It was just a 7-pitch start for the man on the mound, Arevalo. Jack Arevalo started for Fremont, but threw 7 pitches, 1 to the first man on an out, 1 to the second man on an out, and then a 5-pitch out to Jagger Mitchell. That was followed up by a 5-run second inning, and Jack Arevalo was pulled after that because it was 8-0, and there was really no need for him to continue. Then they gave Hancock the ball for the next 3 innings. and Fremont continued to score. Again, 3 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, where Evanston got its lone run, and then 3 more in the 5th inning. Evanston finished out its pool play yesterday with a win over North Sevier, 19-1, where the Evanston Outlaws had the senior captains change up the lineups and go and pick what they wanted to do in the batting order. The 5 senior captains chose the lineup that gave 19 runs to the Outlaws, so they stick with it today. Most notable of that, Reed Gross back into the leadoff spot where he started the season. He's working on the batter's box, which is pretty much non-existent right now. There's a lot of lumps in this Veterans Park field, and the pitching mound looks like an inverted anthill, to be quite honest. It's got a giant drop where the pitching plant foot is supposed to go. Reed Gross at the top, and then Jagger Mitchell back up to the number 2 spot. Again, this is mostly the lineup that we saw at the beginning of the season. Ready to go, Tanner Bernhardt with the ball, and on the mound, here's the first pitch of the game. Seen and hit by Reed Gross, popped up into foul territory down toward the first base line and dropped safely for a foul ball. Reed Gross retreats back to the right-handed batter's box. Seth Lloyd will bat third, followed by Ryan Fisher in the cleanup spot. At the beginning of this season, Ryan Fisher was batting third with Seth Lloyd cleaning up, and that's really about the lone change outside of the Perriman brothers being inverted of the initial lineup that we saw at the beginning of this Outlaws season. Interesting that the seniors opted to go back to that lineup, and interesting as well that it worked so well. Gross down 0-2 in the count. Here's the pitch from Bernhardt. In and hit. Blooper out to right field and caught by Caden Miller in the field. 1 out is recorded for Ridgeline. And we are underway here in the top of the first inning. Again, interesting that the lineup worked so well, 19-1 against North Sevier, but you cannot discount that the drop-off in talent from Fremont to North Sevier was, well, quite severe. Fremont coming out of Ogden, a school that has about as many students as does the entire town of Salina, where North Sevier hails from. Righty-on-righty matchup as Jagger Mitchell takes a first pitch, swings at it, back behind and out of play at the backstop area. Jagger Mitchell is hot as they come for the Evanston Outlaws through the last 5 games. Through those last 20 at-bats of his, he's hitting a .588 clip. That's 10 for his last 17 at-bats in 6 singles, 3 doubles, a triple. That in the loss yesterday to Fremont. And the pitch on 0-1 is high for a ball. 7 RBIs over that same stretch as well, 5 runs scored. He's been hit 3 times. That improves his batting average on the on-base percentage side to .650 and an .882 slugging with an OPS combined of 1.52. Mitchell looking comfortable in the leadoff, or in the number 2 spot in yesterday's game. Gets a swing and a miss, and the count's at 1-2. Jagger Mitchell, again, .588 through the last 20 at-bats, besting Seth Lloyd, hitting .533 over that same span. Foul ball to stay alive, 1-2. A little bit of a different park here. You still have the view of the mountains in the background. The pitch. Breaking ball down towards third base. Great glove by Astle. The throw across his body is past the first baseman of Jensen. Mitchell takes off for second, and in standing, Jagger Mitchell with a reach on air and on to second on the E5. 1 out and a man on brings up Seth Lloyd, the left-handed hitter, against the right-handed throwing Bernhardt. This is City Park it's called Veterans Park. You have about 5 baseball fields in this area. At least 1 Legion field is the only one I've seen, and then there's some softball fields, some Little League parks. Not too dissimilar to what you have in Evanston in the middle of town going up Yellow Creek. The pitch to Lloyd, taken on the outside for a strike. Wouldn't say it looks necessarily similar to those parks in Evanston, as they're not all converging on one side to the other. They're a little more spread out with parking lots in between. 1-1 count. But you don't quite have the same level of maintenance happening at this park as you have had at Canyon View, which is a high school baseball park, a beautiful batting cage, well-groomed lawns, raked dirt, and a staff on hand in the Canyon View high school baseball coaches there to re-chalk the lines prior to every single game. There was no re-chalking of the batter's box here, as it's pretty much non-existent in the top of the first inning. The pitch on 1-2, up high for a ball. 2-2 count. And again, no scoreboard, so I'm sure at times I'll lose the count. I'll try not to. Setting up for the pitch, Bernhardt. Swung on by Lloyd, out of play. And you can see where there's probably some need of maintenance in this park, is most notable on the pitcher's mound and behind the home plate where the catcher sits. Catcher kind of sitting in a little ditch that's been dug by all the catchers prior to him. A pitch on 2-2. Full count. Going down to third base and safe just in time. Jagger Mitchell takes a risk, and it pays off. Not really even a pass ball, just a ball down in the dirt. That was for Talon Takis. Just took him a little bit to get to him, but Mitchell caught him a little off guard and stands at third base safely. Lead at third on a full count delivery. Here's the pitch to Lloyd. Chops it down right side. It should work for a sacrifice, and it does. A 3 unassisted, but the throw home not in time, and the Outlaws score first. 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. On a full count pitch, Seth Lloyd did with the baseball what was given to him and did the smart thing and just hitting it to the right side of the infield where you're almost guaranteed a runner coming home from third will not be thrown out. There's 2 outs in the inning. Ryan Fisher, the right-handed hitter, batting cleanup. First pitch, a strike. Ryan Fisher heating back up as of this tournament. He came into the tournament hitting .286 through his last 5 games. There's been 3 games since to knock out the previous 3 games at the back end of that. And his average now sits through the last 5 games, last 20 at-bats, at .444. Fisher's been slumping, and I initially related it back to the moment when he was put at leadoff. Well, he's out of the leadoff spot now and seeing the ball well. Not sure that it's necessarily related, but seems to be a little better suited for a middle-of-the-order bat. On-base percentage sitting at .500 with 8 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Foul ball, I believe, puts the count full. Pitch from Bernhardt. Outside, so no, not full at all. There we go. Now it was 2-2, now 3-2. Home plate umpire puts up the 3 fingers and 2 in the other hand. The delivery. Fouled away, and Fisher stays alive. Again, 2 outs in the inning. 1 run in for the Evanston Outlaws. 1-0, top of the first. And game time start at about 2:34 probably. A little bit after the scheduled time, as Ridgeline took the field about 2:31, 2:32. Here's the pitch. Up high, and Fisher works a full count walk. Brings up Gus Allred, batting 5th. He was dropped down in the first game against Fremont yesterday and then was pushed back up by the team captains to the number 5 hole. Taking a look down to that game yesterday where Evanston came away with a 19-1 victory over North Sevier. Allred went 1-for-2 in it with a run scored and a run driven in. He walked in his 3rd at-bat. Fisher standing on first. Allred with the waggle of the bat takes a pitch for a strike. On the year for Gus Allred, sits at a .349 hitter. That through 109 at-bats. Takes a strike, and he's down 2 strikes in the count. Averages stuck actually fairly similar. There's been a perceived slump of Allred, but that batting average has not really ever sunk. As far as when you look at game-by-game splits, high ball. Last 5 games, he was at .313, and actually that dropped down from .320-something from the game before. If you want to look at a player who has been slumping for the Outlaws, and he's batting .9 today, still trying to figure out where the bat of Casey Perriman's gone. He's had a struggle the last few games. He's the only everyday starter for the Outlaws through the last 5 games to be batting under .300, and his average is sitting at .176, 3 hits in his last 17 at-bats. Jordan Schneider in his last 4 games, the only one below at .125. Knockout into right field, should be right in the area of Caden Miller, and he runs to his right and makes the grab. 1 run in for the Evanston Outlaws on a couple of hits, and Evanston will take it into the bottom of the first. We'll have the starting lineup and batting orders for Ridgeline and Evanston when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Never had a love about you. Confuse all the people walking as you go. Yeah. First time ever.
1 run in for the Evanston Outlaws this past inning as we go down to the bottom half of the first, leading off for the Ridgeline Mavericks out of Ridgeline High School in Millville, Utah. Jackson Hollinsworth, the opposing shortstop. Seth Lloyd on the mound for Evanston, delivers a quick strike 1 and then goes outside of the zone to put the count at even. Drew Jensen following up the bat of Hollinsworth in the number 2 spot, followed by Jake Astle. High ball delivered by Lloyd, as he's always the quick-working pitcher, and it's 2-1. Cam Wally out in center field bats 4th, followed by Brandon Cook 5th, and Talon Take is 6th. 7, 8, 9 is Caden Miller, Andrew Hugie, and Tanner Bernhardt, the pitcher. Chop foul, count at 2-2 to Hollinsworth. Brendan Thompson at second base. As we start our lineup defensively for the Evanston, a little wonky. Let's go over to the third base, and we've got Jordan Schneider. At shortstop, it's Jagger Mitchell. The 2-2 pitch out to Mitchell. Attacks the ball, picks it up, takes some time on the throw, and it's in time to Gus Allred at first base. That's a perfect segue into our starting lineup in the infield. Reed Gross behind the plate, and then left to right in the outfield, Ryan Fisher, Chris Perriman, and Casey Perriman rounding it out at the 9 spot in right field. Drew Jensen, first baseman for Ridgeline, up to bat and barely gets into the box as soon as Seth Lloyd throws a first pitch outside. He's going to take some practice swings, and he may be careful about that because Seth Lloyd works so quick, he likes to keep guys out of their comfort zone. He's ready to go already as Jensen takes a step out of the box. He's calling for time, and the umpire may be issuing that. He does give the oblige. Slows down Lloyd. Let's see where he goes, and he misses up high. Jensen stays in the box this time. Technically, you should not be allowed to go for that or call for time in between each at-bat. Lloyd with the pitch. In the zone for a strike. Jensen clearly likes to work slow as he steps back outside of the box, and Lloyd, quickly working and ready to pitch, is trying to mess with that. Jensen has the backhand in his air, puts the bat up, and no sooner than he does, Lloyd delivers a pitch inside for a 3-2 count. Jensen into the box. Lloyd puts the ball on his right hand and into the setup. 3-2 count. The pitch. Fouled away. A lot of people at the bat seem to get alarmed at how fast Seth Lloyd likes to pitch, and I think it is a mental game with Lloyd. Full count again. Here it is from Lloyd. The delivery. Swung on. Hit out towards the right of center. Chris Perriman under it. No problem there, and one is retired. A lot of times you will see players not like the speed of Seth Lloyd's pitching that you may see, but rarely have we seen someone step out of the box twice in an at-bat to try to do something about it. Righty on righty matchup. A breaking ball dips in on on Jake Astle with 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. A ball. A 6-3 put out followed by a fly out to center. 2 gone quickly. And Lloyd against Astle gets another breaking ball strike. 1-2 count. No one on. And the pitch. Sidearm throws, swing and a miss, and that's the inning. Outlaws go 1-2-3 over Ridgeline and lead 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. On to the top of the second when we return on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
Gus Allred was the last out of the inning in the first. He was a fly out to right field, so that brings up 6-7-8 in the second inning for the Evanston Outlaws, leading Ridgeline 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Chris Perriman, followed by Brendan Thompson and Jordan Schneider to the plate. On the season, Chris Perriman stands at a average just below 300 at 280, an on-base percentage of 381, and a slugging of 415. His OPS at 796. Chris Perriman, through 97 plate appearances, has 82 at-bats, 23 hits, 16 of them singles, and 4 triples, as well as 2 doubles. He's driven in 16, scored 22 times himself, and drawn 12 walks. That goes with 21 strikeouts, which is up at the lead of the team for the Evanston Outlaws, tied with Kendall Cummings and Jordan Schneider. Schneider getting his in 30 games of appearance as well. Chris Perriman at 33 games, missed some time with a back injury. First pitch, a strike. Down 0-1, swing, and a cut. Chop foul. 0-2. Perriman hitting a .308 in his previous 5 games. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, ripped down to third and eats up the third baseman, Jake Astle. Out to first. Wait to see the delivery on that. Is it a single? Is it an error? Wait to see what Jason Mitchell rules it as. Mitchell, the official Outlaws scorekeeper, so we defer to him. One way or another, the Outlaws have a first base runner on. Hot ground ball. Took a weird hop toward the neck of Astle and ruled a single. So a hit for Perriman. Brendan Thompson, 291 hitter at the plate. First pitch, wants it, but then holds up in a called strike. Could see Brendan Thompson starting to make his deliberation towards swinging at the ball, but certainly not the perfect pitch to go at on the first delivery. So probably a good hold up. Throw back to first, and Perriman upstanding. Brendan Thompson looking down to the third base line for instruction from Jason Lloyd. Back into the box. Catcher sets up outside. The pitch, bunt shown, pulled back out. And a strike called. Two strikes against Thompson. The pitch off the stretch up high. And a ball. Tanner Bernhardt on the mound for Ridgeline. Taps his chest twice and signals my bad on the miss. Delivery up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And ball 3. Might be a 2-2 count. Don't see a full count delivery from the umpire being signaled. Again, no scoreboard today. It is, I think it is 3-2. Yes, it is 3-2. The pitch, runner goes, fouled off, maybe in play. Be a tough one to get to. Not quite in time. Out towards right field, Brendan Thompson will get another hack at it. Thompson back with the bat in his hands, looking back down to third base coach Jason Lloyd. Steps into the non-existent, as far as the chalk goes, batter's box here at Veteran Park in Cedar City, Utah. Final day of the SummerSlam. The pitch. Baltimore chop down to second base. Tapped on by the shortstop and throw down to first. The tag is applied. A double play. 6'3" Jackson Hollinsworth. Throw down to Drew Jensen, who had to get pulled off the bag to make the play, but was able to swipe the right shin of Brendan Thompson as he went by. There are 2 gone, and Jordan Schneider up to the plate. Schneider on the season. 129 hitter. He has 8 hits in 62 at-bats. One of those coming in yesterday's games. Fouls one off. He's down 0-1. Six of Schneider's hits, singles, 2 doubles. The pitch on 0-1. A strike. Top of the second inning here, in the Outlaws up 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Got that way by way of a ground out, bringing Jagger Mitchell home. A strikeout of Schneider. And 1-2-3 go the Outlaws off a 6-3 double play and a strikeout. Bottom of the second up next. Again, 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston on top of Ridgeline on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar S Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
I can't take this anymore.
4-5-6 due up for Ridgeline in the inning as we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Homestanding Ridgeline in the roster. There was a coin flip beforehand this game, and Evanston lost it. Coach Mitchell, the one making the call, said it was my fault that I screwed up. Which one? Said heads or tails. First pitch by Seth Lloyd, a called strike. Cam Wally in the right-handed batter's box. Cleanup hitter for the Ridgeline Mavericks. Brandon Cook, fifth up in the order and due up second, followed by Talon Takis. The second pitch, big breaking ball, just misses up high. Lloyd on pitch number 3. Plants his leg. Shot down the third base line and just to the left of the bag past the glove of Schneider, but ruled a foul by the home plate umpire. Wally was already on his way to first. Comes back, a little frustrated. That was a sure single. Ridgeline was retired 1-2-3 last inning. The pitch, breaking ball, hit hard out to left field, but right into the glove of Ryan Fisher. There is one gone. Brandon Cook up. Cook wears number 3. Second baseman, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Lloyd. Breaking ball taken outside. I'm sitting in the little brick structure right behind home plate. Foul ball up and out of play. Counts at 1-1. And there are, to my right, down a big bench line, 2 or 3 Daktronic scoreboard keepers with a scoreboard in right center field just beyond the yellow fence poles. Strike thrown and fouled up out of play. There's 2 against Cook. However, there's no one sitting to my right. None of these Daktronics are set up, so there is no scoreboard here at Veterans Park. The pitch, breaking ball, stays high. 2-2. 1 out in the inning. It's the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for the Outlaws. Ridgeline at the bat. Reach out in a protection swing by Brandon Cook. Fouls it away. Home plate umpire signals that he's out of baseballs. The pitch on 2-2. Skied up towards center field. Chris Perriman makes the grab, and 2 are gone. 2 new baseballs brought in for the home plate umpire from the batter up, Talon Takis. Takis, if he can get on, will be followed by Caden Miller and Andrew Hughey in the 7 and 8 spots. Big rain clouds up straight ahead of us, just over the mountains, slowly climbing in. Ball 1 delivered. We had a 3 o'clock start to a game yesterday where we just barely made it out of the rain time by about 2 minutes. Game ended, and about 5 minutes later, the rain started. Pitch, hit up opposite side towards right field. Perriman on the run and making the snag to end the inning. 1-2-3 again goes Ridgeline onto the top of the third. Seth Lloyd working well on the mound in a tight one. 1-0 Evanston over Ridgeline on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on MyLocalRadio.com.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Lack of self-control. My desperation's overload. Chances to grow.
Top of the third inning here, and Casey Perriman up to the bat. Evanston has scored 1 run through the first 2, that by way of a Jagger Mitchell scoring, ground out by Seth Lloyd. Lloyd knocked it over towards the first base side where it was picked up by Drew Jensen. And Perriman up to the plate. The pitch. And a ball. 1-0 count to Casey Perriman. Swing, and he chops it. Fouled off. Reed Gross up on deck, chasing down the foul ball. The pitch is a ball. As we said, Casey Perriman has been slumping as of late. 176 through his last 18 plate appearances, 3 hits. Breaking ball, hit up sky high towards left field. Maybe in an area where no one can get to it. A run and a long one by Andrew Hughey, and a heroic play down the foul line for the first out. Brings up Reed Gross. Gross was a flyout victim to right field in his first at-bat on 3 pitches. Jagger Mitchell, the man to score, on deck. First pitch, breaking ball, and 1-0. Fastball taken for a strike. 1-1. Strike 2 taken against Gross. Again, 1 out. In the inning, Perriman was retired on a fly out to left. The delivery from Bernhardt, fouled away. Evanston is back in action against Jackson this Friday in a doubleheader. That at Ross Kesterson Field in Evanston. The pitch in the dirt, and a ball. That doubleheader will conclude the regular season for the Evanston Outlaws. State baseball will take place starting the following Friday. The pitch, fouled away. Gross stays alive with an out in the inning and nobody on. 1-0 Evanston in the top of the third. Gross gets hit. And he's on his way to first base. Brings up Jagger Mitchell. Mitchell the lone man for Evanston to get a base hit today, and lone man so far for either side. Represents the difference in the game so far, right-handed hitter. And Jagger. Evanston Outlaws wearing their gray jerseys today with the blue, white, and gray striping across the lower belly. White pants. And a mix of pants out there, a lot of them with the long pants and a few with the stirrup blue socks. Pitch fouled out. For Ridgeline, they've got a little bit of a Seattle Seahawks sort of look. That's what I've always compared that team to out of Millville, Utah. And it's that neon green and blue combination that does it. Catcher's gear has a neon green edging to it. Along the sides of the chest protector, you see the neon green striping. Same deal as along the sides of the knee and shin guards. The pitch, as far outside as it can get, advances Gross onto second base. And we have one on, one out, and a man in scoring position for Jagger Mitchell. Ridgeline wearing the gray road pants despite being the home team, although can't blame them. They didn't know, nor did Evanston, until about 15 minutes before the game who would be home. Dark blue jerseys. With Mavericks written across in italicized cursive writing up the front. The back of the jerseys have pinstriping in dark blue, the main color on the backside, an ash gray. Delivery, knocked out into right center, carrying well, and the catch is made. Gross tags up at second, on his way to third. The throw is close, but it's bobbled. May have been in time, but the bobbled throw by Astle allows Gross to get in safely, and the inning continues in the third. Brings up the number 3 man, Seth Lloyd. An RBI ground out today for Lloyd. He'll take those on the mound all day long. Lloyd with a 5-3 record this season on the mound. Looking to add to that tally. And this is his final year of Legion baseball. Talk about veterans of the sport. Seth Lloyd's first year with the American Legion post-41 Evanston Outlaws was 2013. High ball. Lloyd with the blue batting gloves, both of them unstrapped, with the Velcro waving in the wind. A little bit of dust picking up as the clouds are bringing in a storm here, at least of just wind right now, but maybe some more to come. I don't think the players would complain too much as long as it didn't get too bad, because it's hot here. The breeze is welcome. Strike called against Lloyd. And a little bit of rain ended up being a blessing for Cedar City yesterday baseball game-wise. It went from the mid-90s to the low 80s after that quick rainstorm. Swing and a hit down the side of first base into right field. Scores the run. And Seth Lloyd on his way to second. The throw comes in, but he's in standing. 2 RBIs for Seth Lloyd. This one on his first hit, a double. And the Outlaws lead it 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brings up Ryan Fisher to the plate. Still 1 out in the inning. Jagger Mitchell comes around to score for a second time. Reed Gross comes around to score for a second time today. Jagger Mitchell was retired, so there are 2 outs. Pardon me. 2-0 nonetheless, though. Mitchell and Gross, the 2 to score for Evanston. First pitch to Ryan Fisher, a ball. Both being driven in by Seth Lloyd, the 3-hole hitter. Seems comfortable in the spot. This batting order coming out of the 5 senior captains yesterday, and I think a little bit of frustration of the way they'd been playing from the Outlaws managers and coaching staff saying, hey, how about you make an order that you think will work? Outlaws did. Won 19-1 yesterday and hold a 2-0 lead over Ridgeline. Fisher on the pitch, swings at it, high up to center field, a lot of air under the ball, out and into the glove of Cam Daly, and that is the inning. One more run comes in, driven in by Seth Lloyd. Reed Gross scores, and the Outlaws hold a 2-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 1 hit and 1 hit batsman is the tally. On to the bottom of the third next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Seth Lloyd out onto the mound for another inning of work. He's been efficient in the first 2. The results of the batters in the first inning: ground out, fly out, strikeout. In the second, fly out, fly out, fly out. That brings up 7-8-9 for Ridgeline. Started off by the right-handed hitting Caden Miller. Right fielder takes strike 1, and we're underway in the home half. Lloyd into the windup for the second pitch. Outside, and a ball. Seems like just about everyone for Ridgeline has taken their time and taken a few pitches for Lloyd as he delivers another strike, and they're down 1-2 because in the time a lot of pitchers will throw 1, Seth Lloyd may be throwing 3 or 4. The 1-2, a little weak chopper up the way. Reed Gross fields it, whips it around with his right arm, and throws to first. 1 is gone, a 2-3 put out. Number 8 in the order, Andrew Hughey up, left fielder. Right-handed hitter as well for Ridgeline, wears number 20. Hughey into the box. Lloyd awaiting. Big wide open stance at the moment. And now closing it in a bit. The first pitch, a breaking ball, cuts in for a strike. Hughey staying in the box but using a big open stance, and then he closes it in just before the pitch's windup is delivered. Now he takes a step outside of the box, down 0-2 after a foul ball. Oh and 2 for Hughey. Lloyd in the windup. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball caught Hughey. Didn't ever see the bottom drop out of it, and the number 9 man comes up, Tanner Bernhardt, the pitcher, trying to do something that no Ridgeline player has been able to do so far. Where's number 22 in Bernhardt? Right-handed hitter again. Second strikeout of the game for Seth Lloyd, and he delivers strike 1 to Bernhardt. On the season for Lloyd, he's now up to 35 punch-outs on the year. Second pitch, a strike as well. Got a pitcher's strike zone today, and it looks like they're trying to keep these games moving. So they swing the bat and swing all day. 0-2 delivery to Bernhardt, and a punch-out looking. Inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts for Seth Lloyd, and they've gone through the order once. We're to the top of the fourth next, 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM, online as well at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. The Evanston Outlaws up over Ridgeline here in the top of the fourth inning, where Gus Allred leads off for the Outlaws. Chris Perriman due up second and Brendan Thompson third. Allred in his first at-bat as the wind is swirling here at Veterans Park in Cedar City, Utah. Well, Allred was sent down with a flyout to right field. The trees out in center field and beyond have the leaves shaking side to side. A little bit of swirling dust intermittently as the current gust has gone away from a home plate, but surely to continue shortly. The increase in wind has also increased the cloud cover. First pitch, hit down towards left field, and a dropper fair territory on the corner. A long run for Andrew Hugie, who was shaded to his right against the lefty Allred. Works it out an opposite field push hit deep into the corner. This is not a very deep field, and that's probably the reason for the high fence of maybe 12, 13 feet here in left field, going all the way out and stretching towards left center. And then you've got a shorter fence at dead center, and it picks up in the gap at right center back to the higher chain link fence. Saw a player hit one out in the previous game by Fremont. And you have to hit it pretty high. You don't necessarily have to hit it that far, but you do have to get it pretty high to squeak it out of this yard. The pitch, down low for a ball. There's no markings down either side, left or right field for distance, but I'd be surprised if it exceeds 315 down the left or right field line. Perriman takes ball one and awaits the second pitch with Allred after the double, standing at second. 2-0 to Perriman. Again, no scoreboard runner here at Veterans Park, and I'm not about to take up that duty. A 3-0 to Perriman. So we're just giving you the score as we see it. Top of the fourth inning, Outlaws ahead, 2-0. Sirens in the background, and there was a lot of flashing lights behind us in the hours previous to this game starting as Perriman works a 4-pitch walk. Not for any legal reasons, though. They had Main Street shut down here in Cedar City for a few blocks for a festivity at the Renaissance Fair. Wind significantly picking up here. Umbrellas go flying. Brendan Thompson to the plate. Runners on first and second. Outside, ball one. I put the official game time start. Let me start that over. I put my unofficial game time start at 2:34, but it was right around there within a minute or two. And so in the top of the fourth inning, we are just now approaching, in the next 10 minutes or so, an hour into the game. Big gapper out to left center field. Allred to third. A delayed go by Allred. He should have scored from there, and he is getting an earful right now from third base coach Jason Lloyd. Should have scored a run because it was clear nobody from center in Daly or Hughie in left would have been able to get to it. So instead, it's just bases loaded on a station-to-station advance. Could have maybe scored 2 with the speed of Perriman at first base. Instead, it's still 2-0. There are no outs. Everyone's reached. A double, a walk, and a single. That brings up Jordan Schneider to the plate, and he takes strike 1. The pitch from Bernhardt. Takes strike 2, does Schneider. Possibly a big miss on the base running air with 8-9 in the order due and 2 slumping men in Schneider and Perriman due up. High pop up to the pitcher's mound, and Bernhardt takes it for the first out. We mentioned Casey Perriman, who had a fly out to left field last time, and how mightily he's been struggling as of late. He's had strong spots through his season. As of late, though, it's been tough sledding. On the year, he's batting .260. Right-handed hitter with the bases loaded takes the first pitch, swings at it, and fouls it back behind him. A windup by Bernhardt. The pitch, breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Some debris sweeping across the infield. Umbrellas waving in the wind to the right of us. One almost blowing away. Big cut on the 1-1 and a miss by Perriman. It's 1-2. Evanston stranded 11 runners against Canyon View and have 3 on right now. Trying not to do the same in this game. Perriman backs up. Ball gets past the catcher and Talon, and Allred comes around to score. Popped off the top of the netting on Takis's glove. Runners advance all the way around. Allred scoring to make it 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brendan Thompson from first to second, and Chris Perriman from second to third. Count at 2-2 to Perriman. Takis behind the mound, gives the signal, and a swing and a strikeout by Perriman. 2 are gone, and the leadoff man, Reed Gross, the final hope to keep the Outlaws from stranding a couple. Gross has flown out and reached on a hit by pitch. Pops up the first one. Takis making a run for it. Not quite. The ball's out of play. One run in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 so far on the pass ball for the Outlaws here in the fourth. 2 outs, men on second and third base. The pitch, up high, and a ball. Full windup as the wind increases. Strike taken. More debris flying from side to side. Dirt kicking up in the infield. Trees out in the outfield. Going from rustling to beginning to bend. The pitch out to left field. A good hit. Dropping just beyond the glove of Hughie. 1 run around. Brendan Thompson stumbles at third, but's in home standing as well. 2 more runs for the Outlaws, and it's 5-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. A 2-out double by Reed Gross drives the runners home, and the Evanston Outlaws do not leave the bases loaded or even with 2 on here in the fourth inning. Jagger Mitchell was the first man to come around and score for Evanston back in the first inning. He's to the plate with 2 outs. Mitchell 1 for 2 on the day, a fly out in the single. Reed Gross standing on second base takes his lead. Big lead now. Takes a step or two back. The first pitch. Swung on opposite field, out to right field. Into the glove of Miller, and the inning is over. The bottom of the fourth is up next. Ridgeline trails Evanston 5-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Meets the eye, defeat me mentally. I like to see you try. Back on backpack flows and pack shows in the back rows with black fist picks and afros.
Seth Lloyd out for the bottom of the fourth inning. He's retired the side-in order thus far, and he goes back to the leadoff man in Hollinsworth. Jackson Hollinsworth was a flyout. A ground-out victim to shortstop on the first play. Wind still picking up here in Cedar City. Wondering if weather is impending here. Depends on how these clouds move in. Could sweep right over the park. Could hit it head on. For a long time there was rain clouds coming over the mountains, as you can see now if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. That subsided a little bit as they moved a little bit more to our left on the screen. A first pitch strike delivered to Jackson Hollinsworth. Second pitch. A swing and a miss. Third delivery down in the dirt. And the pitch knocked out. 2 strikes against on the foul. Hollinsworth, Jensen, and Astle up for Ridgeline. Lloyd pitches quickly, and another defense foul away by Hollinsworth. Knockout towards second base over the glove of Brendan Thompson, and the no-hitter has been broken up in the bottom of the fourth inning. A leadoff single by Jackson Hollinsworth puts a runner on for Ridgeline. Drew Jensen up to the plate. I believe the lone lefty on the team. Just 10 on the roster for Ridgeline. But, of course, there's a couple of Ridgeline teams in this tournament. They had blue and green. I can't recall if this one was blue or green. Let's go back and take a look, shall we? That will only mean something to anyone from Ridgeline, not so much for the Evanston viewership. It's Ridgeline green. 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth, Evanston on top of Ridgeline. The pitch, high for a ball. Delivery outside from Lloyd. losing his control momentarily. Seth Lloyd struck out the 8 and 9 batters in the third inning. Hit to third base and over the glove of Schneider into left field. Runner tries to advance to third, but thinks better of it and moves back to second. Back-to-back singles. After retiring the first 9 in order in a 5-0 game, Evanston looking for a ground ball here to get things back in order as Jake Astle, the number 3 hitter, a righty, comes up. Astle, a strikeout victim, one of 3 strikeouts for Seth Lloyd today. Again, as we were saying, he struck out the number 8 and number 9 hitters in the third on 6 total pitches. Delivery home to Astle. Lloyd stumbles on the mound. A foul tip and a strike. Pitch from Lloyd. Right towards short. Into the glove of Jagger to second. The turn's a little bit late. The throw is in time. And just as needed, a 6-4-3 double play gets the Outlaws a couple of outs and in order, up 5-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Runner on third base is Hollinsworth with 2 gone. Cam Daly up. Daly a fly out to left, his first time up. First pitch from Lloyd, breaking ball for a strike. Pitch from Lloyd. Foul ball and a hot one back towards me. Thankful for that chain link. (6-4-3) double play, always a fun one to watch. Mitchell to Thompson, and he had to do a little bit of turning with his body. Sidearm throw gets past Gross. Runner coming home, and he'll be in standing 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Hollinsworth scores with 2 outs, empties out the bases for Daly. Pitch from Lloyd. Fouled away. Just about right now we are to the 1 hour mark of the start of this contest. 3:35 p.m. here on KNYN 99.1 FM. Pitch. Breaking ball and fouled again. Daly battling with the varying of speeds by Seth Lloyd. Still 2 outs, and 0-2. The pitch, breaking ball, hit high towards left, looks foul. I don't know that Fisher can get a read on it. He does against the wind, and it's a 3rd out. One man comes around on a pass ball, so it's 5-1 Evanston over Ridgeline on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-90 $29.25.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Seth Lloyd leads off the top of the 5th inning here. 5-1 score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lloyd giving up a couple of hits and eventually a run on a pass ball. He's driven in 2 runs, though, to help his own case, and takes ball 1 to start the inning. 3-4-5 due up for the Evanston Outlaws. Seth Lloyd followed by Ryan Fisher and Gus Allred. Tanner Bernhardt still on the mound, pitching. Strike 1 called against Lloyd. And a pitch that he had to back away from. Pitch from Bernhardt. Hit hard, but a little bit in front. He hits the lights up in the sky. It's a foul ball. Had he hit it just a hair later, that's gone. Delivery from Bernhardt, breaking ball, and Lloyd a little bit behind that one. Fouled away. Bernhardt into the full windup. Pitches. Lloyd reaches out and fouls that away to stay alive. 5-1 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston on top. Quick moving game so far. Outlaws looking for a good inning to end on a high note. Lloyd holds up on a pitch that he swings and misses on. Strikeout by Bernhardt. And Ryan Fisher to the plate. I don't know that I ever expect to see Seth Lloyd swing and miss at a pitch. On the season, he has just 7 strikeouts in 157 plate appearances. As a team, the Outlaws don't swing and miss too much. Big hit by Ryan Fisher out towards the wall, bounces it off the left field chain link fence, and he has a stand-up double. Just a hair off a home run, needed a little bit more height and an inch or 2 more distance, and it would have been gone. A 1-out double by Fisher. Nobody with more plate appearances than Ryan Fisher this year, coming into the game with 161. 131 at-bats and a .412 average on the season. Slugging a little bit lower than I would have expected. .542, and at the end of the day, he is primarily a singles hitter, but he definitely has pop in his bat. Only player besides Seth Lloyd to have a home run this season. Hard hit ball past the pitcher's mound at Gus Allred. Picked up at second base, though, and thrown from Cook to Jensen for the out. Advances Ryan Fisher onto third base with 2 gone. Chris Perriman to the plate. Fisher's on base percentage sitting at .503. Puts that OPS at over 1 at 1.021. First pitch right down the pipe, and Perriman misses at it. Chris Perriman trying to get that average up toward 300, and he can do it before the end of the season. Certainly if a good state tournament comes his way, he could finish at or above 300. Seen a good bat out of him for the most part. This season, he's had a few slumps here or there. Particularly at the very beginning of the season, he was slumping, but since he came back from the injury, he's been more hot than not. Pitch from Bernhardt. High pop-up down the first base side. Jensen grabs it, and the inning flips over. 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. On to the bottom half next. 5-1. Evanston leads Ridgeline on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and this is a First Bank presentation of Evanston Outlaw Baseball.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Bedroom on a poster. I bet she know what's up when I approach her. Boyfriend came in last place. We up in the sky like a vulture.
New pitcher on the mound for the Evanston Outlaws. The book closes on Seth Lloyd. 1 run given up on a pass ball. 58 total pitches thrown. And we see Ryan Fisher come out to pitch. Ryan Fisher leads the way in innings pitched for the Outlaws this year and also in games started. 50 innings even coming into today, 12 starts, a 5-4 record on the year. Has allowed 53 runs, 44 earned with a 6.16 ERA. That ERA has been ballooning up ever since that start against Casper, where nothing went right. Been a little bit of a struggle as of late for a lot of the Outlaws pitchers, of that ERA for everyone has jumped up a little bit as the Evanston Outlaws team ERA sits at 5.016. Fisher, the leader in the clubhouse in strikeouts with 39. He's only hit 4 batsmen but has walked 35 as location is at times an issue. 65 hits total for Fisher. You see the 2 top of the rotation guys getting innings in this, the final day of the tournament. Hadn't seen them all weekend, so not a surprise to see them subbing in and out for each other on the mound. Interestingly enough, it's a straight 1-7, 7-1 switch as Jagger Mitchell stays in the infield at shortstop and Seth Lloyd goes out to left field. Pitch from Ryan Fisher against Cook, the leadoff man in the order. Number 5 hitter, 5'6", due up. Brandon Cook takes a strike. And he's got 2 against him. Talon Takis up next, and Caden Miller up third. Pitch outside and a backwards K for Ryan Fisher in his first at-bat faced. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning. About an hour and 10 minutes into this game, the Outlaws lead 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and no scoreboard to see today. No scoreboard being run. Pitch a fastball, lower side for a ball. Takis, with just his second plate appearance, flew out to right in his first play and fouls it out of play towards left to make the count 1-1. Fisher in the wind, breaking ball, 2-1. Reed Gross, the catcher for the Outlaws, back into the crouch position. Fisher on the delivery. Fastball, out of play. Takis in the box. Takes ball 3. Stray ball at the edge of the batter's circle picked up by Jaden Schneider. Full count from Fisher. Hit into the gap and shortstop. Out to left field, picked up and fielded by Seth Lloyd. A one-out single for Takis, and he stands on first base. Caden Miller to the plate. Right-handed hitter. And excuse me, there is a substitution, 28 for 9. That is Davis Fulmer replacing Caden Miller. Would imagine it's probably a 9-1 switch. See if we can catch that in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Or in the top half, rather. Caden Miller is out, replaced by Davis Fulmer with one gone in the bottom of the 5th. Ball gets past Gross. It's a wild throw up high by Ryan Fisher. Advances the runner of Takis from first to second. 1-0 to Fulmer. Winds died down here at the park. Pitch from Fisher. Down low, and just as I say that, papers blow away. Thank you. Got a little gust just for saying that. Fisher goes up high. And then gets a swing and a miss from Fulmer. Fisher looks back to second off the stretch. A fastball fouled off. All these games scheduled for 7 innings, also a 2-hour limit in place, and a 10-run mercy rule at 5 innings. Tighter game here today than we've seen since the Evanston Canyon View game, and a faster-moving game than that one was. So there's quite a possibility we could get all the way through 7 innings today. Looks like the camera's gone a little to the side here. And off center. See if I can fix that over the break. Pitch from Fisher. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Fulmer. There's 2 gone. Runner at second base. Bottom of the 5th inning. Fisher on the mound for the first pitch. Fastball called strike. Andrew Hughey at the plate. Left fielder for Ridgeline. Long trip for both of these teams going back after this game. I think Millville might even be a little bit farther than what Evanston has. Let's take a look. Yeah, not quite. Pretty similar, actually. On the dial, we're about 20 miles closer than Millville in Evanston. About 4.5 hours in drive time estimation. Fisher looks back to second. And the pitch home is low. It was pretty apparent early on when I got here that there was a lot of teams in Evanston's boat that just about no one was all that close to Cedar City, save for the teams in this town. A couple in the general area. You're looking at an hour and a half one way or another. Strikeout by Fisher. He notches 2 of those, make it 3 in the inning. Gives up a single, but strands him at second. And we move to the top of the 6th inning next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM. And online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston on top 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston on top of the team from Millville, Utah, with 1 run in the first inning, 1 in the third, and 3 in the fourth scoring. Men who have come around to score for the Evanston Outlaws: Jagger Mitchell in the first, Reed Gross in the third, and Gus Allred, Chris Perriman, and Brendan Thompson all scoring in the fourth. A scoreless fifth inning, and in fact the Outlaws had only 4 batters come to the plate. Ryan Fisher had a double and then was called upon to pitch in relief of Seth Lloyd. Lloyd throws just under 60 pitches, and Ryan Fisher will look to get even significantly less than that as he worked pretty quickly in the bottom half of the fifth inning, going through just 4 batters, struck out 3, one of them looking, 2 swinging, and allowed 1 single. Had 5 pitches to the first batter, 6 to the second to make it 11, 7 to the third batter, and 4 to the fourth. Brendan Thompson leads off for the Evanston Outlaws. Have 7, 8, and 9. Jordan Schneider on deck and Casey Perriman up third. Thompson, the righty. Pops up the first pitch he sees. Down towards the first base dugout, and a pole to worry about. Talon Takis has to hold back and avoid a concussion, so it's 0-1. Thompson on the day, as we mentioned, scored in the third inning off of a single. Grounded into a double play back in his other plate appearance in the second. Hits it hard out to left field, but foul, now to play. Two strikes against Thompson. The pitch gaps it between third and short. Leadoff single for Brendan, a 5-run total for the Outlaws, 1 for Ridgeline. Here in the top of the 6th, trying to get a few runs, maybe head home early. Just a few minutes before 4 p.m., 3:55 on KNYN 99.1 FM. Online as well at mylocalradio.com. Jordan Schneider to the plate. He's 0 for 2, has an infield ground out and a strikeout. Actually, it was an infield fly to the catcher. First pitch, big cut, but misses under it. Strike 1. Schneider 1 for his last 10. Shows bunt, pops it up, and he's down 0-2. Flies have come around. Distracting me. Try to throw them away. On the 0-2, it's outside for Bernhardt. Bernhardt into his 6th inning of work. Into the set position. Delivers off the stretch, breaking ball. Chopped down the third base line. A tough glove and a long throw is just in time if he held on to it, and he did. 5-3, Drew Jensen scoops the ball on the throw from Astle. And there is one out. Fielder's choice advances Brendan Thompson onto second base with one gone. And Casey Perriman up to the plate. Perriman with a strikeout and a flyout today. Trying to work his way out of a slump. Three for his last 19. Outside, ball one. Perriman awaits the 1-0. Throw back to second is faked. And Bernhardt will go back to the mound. Look back to second. Once, then twice. One more time and the pitch home. Perriman cuts on one inside, gets just a tip. Bernhardt on the mound. Comes home out of a full windup. And it's outside for a ball. The pitch up above the head of Perriman. And that's ball three. Thompson standing on second. 5-1 the score, top of the sixth inning. Here at Veterans Park in Cedar City, Utah. Outlaws leading Ridgeline of Millville, Utah. Perriman works the walk and puts runners on first and second. Reed Gross back up. Fourth plate appearance for Reed. A fly out, a hit by pitch, and a double. Reed's double in the fourth was the scoring drive behind bringing both Chris Perriman and Brendan Thompson home. Gus Allred had come home just before that on a passed ball. If not for that play, we're looking at a 3-1 game instead of 5-1. First pitch taken, as is the second by Gross, and he's up 2-0. The pitch from Bernhardt outside. Strike. Two one. A pitch home. Hit up the middle. Gross is out at first, and the fielding play of Jackson Hollinsworth grabbing it at short, stepping on second, and throwing to first. Double play ends the inning. Score stays 5-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. On to the bottom of the sixth next on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at West Star Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit West Star Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. West Star Printing, 307-789-5202.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
That's not my type. You say you want me, and I'm what do you
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Cedar City, Utah. Hank Allred taking some pitches from Ryan Fisher as Reed Gross gets the gear on. And Fisher came in and struck out 3 in the 5th inning. Looking to do similar in the 6th. A 5-1 lead for the Evanston Outlaws over Ridgeline High School. It's the Ridgeline Green team. Over the summer, they're known as the Mavericks, although it's the same team that plays as the Riverhawks in the regular season in Utah baseball. Ryan Fisher set on the mound. Bernhardt, the pitcher, takes ball 1. 9-1-2 due up for Ridgeline. Bernhardt followed by Hollinsworth, and then Drew Jensen. 2-0 count. Nope, never mind. 1-1. The delayed strike call there. Pitch from Fisher. Fastball and strike 2. Setting up for the 1-2 in the zone. Chopped and fouled off the body of Hollinsworth. Looks like it went off his left foot. Kind of shaking that. Heads back to the box. Hollinsworth with 6 innings complete thrown. Not a bad outing for him. He's allowed just 5 runs, and it's been a clean baseball game for the most part for both sides. I'm not sure we've recorded an error on either side. Take a double check look at that, and no errors by either side. Ball taken. 1-2. Or 2-2. Full count after a low ball. Full count delivery from Fisher. Swing and a miss, and Bernhardt is out. 1 gone and 4 strikeouts for Ryan Fisher. Lineup turns over to Jackson Hollinsworth. He's the man who scored the lone run for Ridgeline. Hollinsworth, a left-handed hitter, swings at the first one and fouls it out. Fastball delivery by Fisher. Fisher setting up out of the full windup, goes outside, and it's a strike called. 0-2. Umpire keeping the zone wide and the bat swinging here. Count goes 1-2. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout. 5 is the tally for Ryan Fisher. He's allowed a double in between those strikeouts, but it's been efficient work for Fisher. Just keeping it in the zone or getting him chasing out of the zone or just getting him called out of the zone, whatever you want. Drew Jensen to the plate after the 5th strikeout by Ryan in as many innings. First pitch, a strike. Jensen, a left-handed hitter. I said earlier, I think there was only one lefty on the team. I forgot about the top of the order, which starts with lefty-lefty. 1-1 as Fisher goes outside and low. Scores 5-1 here on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Outlaws getting a big 3-run 4th inning that nearly was not. 2-1 count. Had 2 men with no outs and then 1 out give up bases loaded opportunities. Had a pass ball, score 1, and then a double by Reed Gross. That got the 3 around. 2-2 count for Fisher. Jensen at the plate. Sees the pitch, swings at it, misses, and the inning is over. 6 strikeouts in as many batters faced for Ryan Fisher through 2 complete. On to the top of the 7th next. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNYN 99.1 FM. Outlaws lead going into the 7th inning, 5-1 over Ridgeline on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Burn out weather the storm, but it's raining cats and dogs. While they playing on their phone when I'm playing them a song. Oh no.
2-3-4 due up for the Evanston Outlaws here in the 7th inning, 5-1. The score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Jagger Mitchell is followed by Seth Lloyd and Ryan Fisher. Seth Lloyd and Ryan Fisher, the players to take the mound for Evanston today. Seth Lloyd got the start, pitched 4 complete, struck out a few. But since then, Ryan Fisher has struck out every out he's received. 6 strikeouts through 2 innings, 1 double on 7 batters faced, and holding on with a chance for a 3-inning save coming up in the 7th. First of all, the Evanston Outlaws see if they can do anything about adding some run support here. But Lloyd in line for the start and the win, and Fisher in line for a save. The 1 and 2 starters for the Outlaws tag teaming this final Saturday game. In 6 days' time, we will expect a back-to-back start by Fisher and Seth Lloyd as the Outlaws take on the Jackson Giants at Ross Kesterson Field in a doubleheader to close out their regular season. Those are the final 2 conference games of the year and will determine seeding heading into the following week's state tournament. First pitch to Jagger Mitchell, looped out deep in left field, backing up towards the wall and making the grab for the first out is Andrew Hugie. 1 pitch, 1 out, and 1 gone for the Evanston Outlaws brings up Seth Lloyd, who has to chase down a baseball bat and retrieve it to send it back down to the Evanston dugout. Ryan Fisher on deck as Lloyd comes into the box. First pitch. And I think we have a new pitcher out there, but I haven't been able to catch a number. As of yet for the new Ridgeline man on the mound. Delivery home, breaking ball, and a strike. Seth Lloyd with a double and a 1-for-3 performance so far today. A strikeout and a ground out to go along with that. Hits it opposite field into left field. Again, going towards the wall, going in a 1-hop to the back wall. A double for Seth Lloyd as he pulls up about halfway on his way to first to second. Brings up Ryan Fisher. Fisher followed by Allred. A 5-1 score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lloyd not only in line for the win, but it's thanks to him as he drove in the first and second runs for the Evanston Outlaws. That the go-ahead, the eventual tying, and then the second go-ahead and potentially winning run should Evanston hold Ridgeline scoreless in the bottom half of the inning. Drove it in on a ground out on his first play that scored Jagger Mitchell in the first, and then got a double to score a run in the third. Hasn't come around to score himself yet, but standing on second base with 1 out, potentially in order to do so with a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Fisher awaiting the pitch. Here's a delivery off the stretch. Reaches out and grabs it, but fouls it out of play. 4-run lead for Evanston. Again, Ryan Fisher in line for a potential 3-inning save. Drives one out into left field. Scores Seth Lloyd as he makes the big round at third and comes home. Fisher on his way to second. No play there. He's in standing and a second to home to second switch. Fisher is on his way to third with an unattended bag. The ball was sitting right in the glove of the pitcher, but nobody had taken third. Excuse me, that was actually in the hand of the third baseman, Jake Astle, and he was walking it to the mound. Fisher saw that and took off running and won the sprint to third base. An RBI double and an E5 gets him to third. Pitch to Allred is a strike. Still just one out. The score is 6-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Strike two and Allred down in the count. Allred's 1 for 3 as well. He has a double and came around to score himself. Led off the 4th inning. Scored on a pass ball. Drives it into the right center gap. No one's getting to that one. Whoa, never mind. He did. How did that there happen? A diving play made by Daly. A sacrifice drive run in and an outstanding play and the play of the game without question. Out in the outfield by Cam Daly. Had lost his hat in the process. It was a sure gapper and Daly somehow closed it. No, they say the inning's over because Ryan Fisher didn't tag up in time, says the first base umpire. Jason Lloyd coming out to have a discussion. So from 6-1 and then 7-1 back to 6-1. We're going to hold it right here to see what the decision is. Jason Lloyd's trying to determine who made the call to say the tag was not in time. Neither umpire is taking credit for it. Lloyd currently saying he's tagged him up. The Outlaws defense coming out. 6-1 is currently the score as they ruled Fisher out errantly. Lloyd still having a discussion. The infield is taking their warm-ups. We'll leave it right here as it seems the out will stand. 6-1 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston over Ridgeline on this First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
See the blood move, and the waves get high. Make your move.
6-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as the strike zone seems to have suddenly contracted a little bit. 2-0 count to Jake Astle. Curious if the strike zone retraction has anything to do with the umpire disagreement with the manager over the break. 2-1 count. Just about everything's been a strike this game up until that point. Fisher delivers. Chopped down to third base. One hopper into the glove of Schneider. Needs a good throw. Gets it. One gone. 5-3 put out. One out. As Astles retire, brings up Daly. Cam Daly, the number 4 hitter. 0 for 2 on the day. followed by Cook, who's also 0 for 2. That was the first non-strikeout out recorded with Fisher on the mound in 2 1/3 innings. First pitch to Dally, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Good side-to-side action on the pitch by Fisher. 0-1 delivery is in the dirt. Fisher in line for a 3-inning save. Striking out 6 in the 5th and 6th, now in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Outlaws up by 5. The pitch, hit hard to short, grabbed by Mitchell, then bobbled. Picks it back up, but makes the throw in time. 6-3 put out, and the Outlaws are 1 away. Brandon Cook, the second baseman, the last hope, down 5 runs for Ridgeline. Pitch from Fisher. Breaking ball and a strike. Had Cook backing away, but the curveball ducked back into the zone and dropped. Second pitch. Swing and a foul. Fisher went with a fastball inside that time, and the setup was perfect from the curveball to the fastball. Had Cook swinging on one on his wrist. One pitch away, here's Fisher with the delivery. Breaking ball, fouled away. Cook reached out and swung on one nearly in the dirt. Fisher's got him guessing. The delivery on 0-2. Out to third base. Mitchell can't get it, neither can Schneider. The game continues. A single by Brandon Cook keeps Ridgeline alive. Talon Takis, the catcher, to the plate. Takis is 1 for 2. He's singled in the 5th inning. He's the lone man prior to Cook getting the hit to get on base against Fisher today. Pick back to first. Fisher looking for one more out, one way or another. 6-1, bottom of the 7th inning. The delivery, fastball, strike. Pick back again to first, and the runner in safe. Ryan Fisher in the stretch position. Comes home, misses. Ball gets to the backstop. Gross picks it up, and runner advances on to second base. Two outs and a 5-run lead for Evanston. Take us down inside ball. 2-1 count. Runner on second. Tying run still in the dugout for this team from Millville. Foul ball, strike 2. 2-2 count. So again, Ryan Fisher down to the final strike for the Outlaws. Would put their tournament day and weekend at 2-2 between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with one more out. The pitch blocked by Gross. Runner off for third. Is a good throw, but it goes through the glove of Jordan Schneider into the outfield, so the runner's safe. A ton of dirt, head to toe, on the runner Cooks as he went face first dive. No longer wearing gray pants, they're bright orange. The pitch, foul tip. Went out of the glove of Gross. Could have been the game. Would have been a tough one to field, though. 3-2 count. The pitch home, inside, and a walk. Runners go to the corners with 2 outs. A 5-run lead. And the tying run in the hole. A seeing eye single got us to this point. Fisher with a fastball strike against Davis Fulmer. Fulmer struck out for the second out of the 5th inning. That was his only at-bat, replacing strike 2, replacing Caden Miller. 0-2 count. Runners on the corners. The pitch from Fisher. Ball 1. Delivery home. Chopper, and again, maybe a seeing eye single, and it is to the same gap between third and short. 1 run comes around at 6-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Tying run moves to the on-deck circle. Brings up number 20, Andrew Hughey, left fielder for Ridgeline. First pitch from Fisher. Runners on second and third, and he hits them. The tying run has come to the plate. First, second, and third. It's the number 9 man in the order, Tanner Bernhardt. Well, he's in line for the loss today on the mound. But if he could score, he'd take that away. That would make the missed call by the umpires even that much bigger if somehow this game got to that point. Still 2 outs. Bernhardt 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch outside for a ball, and I believe it's 2-0. Full windup from Fisher. Comes home with a fastball, swing and a foul up. Play at any base. Got through the first 2, no problem. But the bases have gone loaded. Bounce ball. Blocked by Gross. Saves a run. I believe the count's at 2-1. Maybe 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's the game. Strikeout. And the Outlaws win 6-2. The final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Winning pitcher Seth Lloyd, the save recorded by Ryan Fisher on a 3-inning style. This is a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on KNY 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Hacemos algo desenfrenado, entonces hacemos algo.
Evanston Outlaws win 6-2 the final on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard by way of 10 hits to 5 for Ridgeline. Just one error in the game, that one given up by Ridgeline. Winning pitcher on the mound is Seth Lloyd. He goes 4 innings, 2 hits allowed, 1 run. It was unearned, has 3 strikeouts. Ryan Fisher comes in with a 3-inning save on 67 pitches, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, but 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. In all, the Outlaws strike out 10 of the Ridgeline batters and themselves struck out just 3 times. Losing pitcher was Tanner Bernhardt. He gives up 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, struck out 3, walked 3 in 6 innings of work. Miller, that being Caden Miller, the other pitcher in all. Bernhardt threw 112 pitches, Miller with 12. Down the line for Evanston, Reed Gross goes 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Jagger Mitchell 1 for 4 with a run scored. Seth Lloyd 2 for 4, had a pair of RBIs, the first 2 runs scored. Struck out once in his final at-bat and scored a run himself. Ryan Fisher 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Gus Allred went 1 for 4 with a run scored. Chris Perriman 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk drawn. Brendan Thompson 2 for 3 with a run scored. Jordan Schneider and Casey Perriman did not reach on base by way of a hit. However, Casey Perriman did get on by a walk. Casey Perriman, Jordan Schneider, and Seth Lloyd, the 3 strikeouts in the contest. That's it for us from Cedar City. I'm Jake Hibbert, and we'll join you next week live from Casper College at the Sweet Erickson Center Saturday, starting at noon with a 1 o'clock volleyball, 3 o'clock girls basketball, and 5 o'clock boys basketball game live for the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Games at Casper College. Join us on mylocalradio.com then, again Saturday, July 20th, and then we'll be back in action in 2 weeks on Friday for the Evanston Outlaws to begin the state tournament live from Gillette, Wyoming. This has been a First Bank presentation of Outlaw Baseball on K9 Radio.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Evanston Outlaw Baseball on mylocalradio.com. Go online to check out more live and archived action from Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho. Today's executive producer is Val Cook. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of this stream may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. We thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and mostly, we thank you for tuning in.